Hello friends and welcome back to another video of Terra Magica. Today we are having a speed build, one of my speed builds, and I am obviously not alone. Hello Coastercad.
Hello, Wikz.
Hello, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, dude, I'm good. I'm excited. I'm excited to show the people what I've been working on in here after your amazing addition of the school and all the surroundings of that. So I had to go in, and I feel like I had to fill in a big gap. Had to like build something that kind of filling in a good part of our town here. So that's what I did today. Yeah. So I'm excited to show. What it is. Yeah, you saw it in the cinematics, obviously, but me and Coastercad had this crazy plan of having this town having like this sort of different levels. So each street will have something different maybe to offer, and then it'll kind of like be kind of like you see these fantasy old medieval towns that has like this all the way up to the castle, and then they have this like these streets, kind of like you can say like Minas Tirith in Lord of the Rings. They have like this sort of these different levels that takes you all the way above to the top, right? That's kind of like our goal with this sort of town here.
Yeah, well, basically all fantasy towns should have some kind of elevation. So
yes, exactly.
Makes it 100 times better. So
yes, and we did get the new DLC here. And this is the first time in this park that I'm using it, so I'm kind of excited for that too, to see what these pieces will have of influence on us. And I can tell that I really like the brackets we got. Like that piece is just wow. I've used it so much in this one here already. It's quite an amazing piece. And as you see here, I have this color here, and I sent through mid-time here. I sent to Coastercad, and we kind of agreed that the color needed a little bit more. It needed to be a little bit more dark. So at one point you'll see the color change, and it kind of so this is kind of like just a fade kind of red I use first. So don't mind that. It'll change eventually. So we will just focus on what you're seeing. I had these, like as I told you, me and Coastercad, we have this big Pinterest board, and sometimes we send each other pictures of like, whoa, dude, imagine this in Terra Magica. And yada yada, and then we kind of like go back and forth on like who's gonna try build it and what pieces, and like we kind of brainstorm a bit before we both kind of start building. We kind of like just hear the other guy out and be like, yo, what do you think this? Would you think this would look cool? And I'm like, yeah, man, try it out. And that's usually how things goes in Terra Magica. And yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. And so I had this the tilted tailor here on the right side, which I really liked, and I know it has like this tilted, obviously, feeling to it, and I didn't want to take that so much away while building this building next to it, right? So I had to figure out a way to still make it like look as it is, and have this building next to it, and maybe make that a little bit more, you know, not completely straight, a little bit more wonky, a little less wonky, but still like somewhat nice to look at. So yeah, I'm using a lot of new pieces from the Twilight pack too, and then the Tropical pack comes in a little bit later. But yeah, it's really nice. Have you got to try out some of the new pieces yet?
yeah, I tried some of the new beams and planks, and yeah, I still prefer the Twilight ones.
Yeah, same.
The texture is a bit more fitting for Fantasy 5 as well. So, but yeah. I mean, I think you're using now the new brackets. Yes, I love that piece.
Oh,
That's
dude.
a great addition. I used it a lot already in one of my builds.
Yeah, it's
I've actually been working on something for Terra, so
yes,
you might see it soon. Maybe not, but we're working on something, so who knows?
Yeah, that's it's really cool what you have, but we have maybe a cinematic of that in the end of the video.
I love the detailing you're already doing so early in the build.
Yeah, you know,
patterns and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was like, it needs to look nice, this specific area. So what I'm doing here is that I wanted to have like a hideout, like a tavern, kind of like maybe a little inn kind of situation in this whole build here. kind of like midway towards the castle, you'll get greeted with this like sort of welcoming building, you know, like where all the mages and sorcerers and whatever of people or humankind can come here and hang out, you know. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I felt like making it like a little bit more fantasy-esque and kind of like making like a big sort of foyer entrance, which is that little arch you see there, which is kind of like the entrance towards the inn. And then on the left side, we're making like something I'll call the Black Shield, which is kind of like more of a little hideout for some people, more or less. So yeah, it just looks nice when you get all the signs and etc. up and running as well. And as you can see, the roof here is a little bit wonky, which is kind of nice, because on this other side it has like this slight slope, where on the other side it's completely straight. So it was a little bit challenging to make it look nice, but it really looks dope now when you can kind of like when you got the building connected to the tilted tailor too, right?
Yeah, it's a great transition. You did really well there.
Thank you.
I mean, I know from experience how hard it is to go from one building to another when you want to connect them in the street.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
two different styles mostly, and yeah, I mean it worked there. Slightly different color on the roof, so
Yeah, and of
it's
course,
nice.
I felt like it needed a little bit more wood pieces and stuff, which I will add, which also makes the transitioning towards the tilted tailor a little bit better too, because it's literally just all wood almost, that building, right? So definitely adds to it. And then here, just doing a lot of trim work, and I haven't even added the left side yet, which is something I'll do here in a bit, because I kind of felt like I wanted to finish off each section before I kind of went over and did the left side, as you can see here now. Which is gonna get like a little balcony, and it's gonna be super cool. And then I afterwards add another wall and a tower to kind of like close it into. So as I say, we get this sort of different layers into the town itself. So and people can also walk here and stuff, which is gonna be our main focus too. That people can actually walk this entire route all the way up to the castle. We know it's going to be a pain with some pathing, but we are passionate and we're stubborn about it. So
We're dedicated, yes.
so we'll find a way, even though if we have to maybe cheat a bit and make some pathing that are just floaters, but you know, covered inside a wall or something, you know.
We actually talked all the way in the beginning. We talked shortly about doing this whole thing without pathing, right?
Yes, we did. Yes,
yeah. It would have been so much easier, but on the other hand, you know, some people in there, yeah, for the vibe and everything, in the end it will be way much better.
Yeah, and we can also like just have like 100, 200 guests, and also when we're kind of done, and just like to put in a vibe, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So it doesn't feel completely empty. I'm not really focused on so it's cool. So here I'm using, as you can see, I'm using some of the new pillars and then the new fencing here, which I think looks super cool up here. It's really nice to have these new pieces to try something with, and I'm really excited for how we are gonna expand our building. How do you say? Brain with these new pieces here, and see what we can be able to do. So adding doors and etc., windows, custom windows, there's a lot of stuff going on now. And then afterwards that I'll add decals and etc. So there's a lot of custom stuff in here on this build particularly. And I think after this section here on the left, when I do the wall, I think we're gonna have a little thing where it goes down, and then we'll start to make the next layer of the street. And then maybe after that we can expand them on their levels, so we can take them all the way around at least. Some, not particularly all the way around, because we also need a harbor and we need a swamp area and stuff too. So, but it'll definitely fill up half of this terrain mountain that Coastercad started to do in the start. That is for sure.
I like how you dig in the windows into the walls here.
Yeah, it just looks a lot better like that.
You know, in Planko, and when Plain Suit just came out, it was basically, you know, place a wall, put a window on it.
Exactly.
The window frame always comes out of the... And, you know, that's maybe a tip for someone, you know, who's getting started. But first start, of course, you just put the windows on the wall. And you want to go a level beyond that, try try to do what Wikz is doing. You know, dig in the walls, the windows and the doors.
Because that is how they are in real life too. You know,
Mostly, yes. Mostly,
there's
yes.
not really any windows that are placed upon the wall. I mean, yeah, some maybe more modern stuff, but definitely not like these kind of medieval buildings and etc. So yeah, good call there. That's a good point. Because they like if you take like the game from The Sims, for example, and you place a window, then it automatically just attached to the wall. It do the whole window, etc. But we don't have that advantage here in Planet Zoo or Planet Coaster, so we have to do it all by ourselves.
Yes.
But it's fine.
It takes a shitload of pieces too.
Yes. But as you can see here, this kind of like balcony now is starting to be really nice, especially also with all the decals, all the wooden pieces, and you can see I'm trying to like start to like making like a little mix and match, so it also fits the tailor shop on the left, right? So yeah. And
I also like you use the really small trim pieces for the wall there.
yes.
I often find myself using trim pieces that are slightly too big. This is actually...
Yeah, it's the Twilight pieces. I just either way I turn them around so we get like that incredibly slim one, or yeah, well just
it's like you said, if you turn them around and they're obviously small, you can use any plank for it to make the trim piece smaller.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like how you did that.
Thank you, man. Thank you. So yeah, here we're just I'm making some custom windows as well, so I have to like make sure that use some other pieces so we don't have any stuff, and then I'm trying to open it, kind of like making it a little bit feel alive, like people are living in there. And I'm telling you, this entire area here, this entire street is gonna be so freaking cool when it's done, guys. I'm really happy for the end result of this street here, and I can only imagine that if this is the level we're gonna have on each street here, then this town is gonna be absolutely amazing. And it's not going to be everyone and all of them that's going to have interior, as we already said in the start of the series. We're going to focus on a few buildings that are going to have some awesome interior, and then the rest is just going to be more or less facades or like fake doors and stuff, right? Because we know how interior takes on parks, and it's actually quite heavy depending on how much you want to put into it. And I feel like me and Coastercad are on the same level when we talk about we rather want exterior more than interior when it comes to this sort of stuff, right? It's not like we're building a theme park, you know what I'm saying? Like we're building more of a zoo, but then again not. It's just a fantasy world, you know?
Yeah, exactly. We're trying to build a world here, so... And like in any game, you can go in every house, so we're good on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, I'm not quite there yet on the interiors for Planet Zoo. I'm still struggling with it, so.
Yeah, it's there's.
I can see like on the exteriors we are, you know, about the same level. So.
Exactly, and then.
And I'm mostly gonna let you do the interiors, so.
I'm okay with that.
Actually, I don't think we've showed them yet, but there are some buildings near the castle.
Yeah.
That I made the exterior of, but I left the.
You left them
the interiors for you to design. So.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, we'll show them in the next video. We'll give them a little tour. You also have.
Yeah, we actually forgot to show them the last time. So.
We did. That's right. Oh well, more stuff to show next time then.
Exactly, yeah.
But as you guys can see here, I'm slowly starting to have the whole basic of the build of like how I want the shape and everything, and kind of like, just as you can see, I'm kind of like adding details on each section. So when I'm done with this mid section, I'll go to the right one and I'll do whatever I feel like fits there, and then it just kind of like goes on, you know. And then I'm super happy for that. I'm very happy for that. As you can see here, doing a little entrance here for the inn, as I told you about, and then I'm trying to like just cover up the shop, at least for now. I might do some more things to it eventually, I don't know, but for now this is kind of like what it is. Putting this cool fencing in front of this little door here, I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I just love the detail, you know, the fence in front of the, I mean, it's more like a gate in front of the door.
Yes, exactly.
Really good detail.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm really liking when I'm starting to add the clutter and all that stuff here around now, and actually making this whole section feel alive, you know. Super cool. Duplicating a little bit of things, and I'm using the bond things a lot actually too. I'm really happy for the variants we got in this game. Of like, we have like 6 or 7 different ones, you know, and it's just nice we have that. We just have all those choices to pick from when it comes to like bonding, because they add so much. They add such a nice atmosphere. It's quite wild, to be fair. But making a little last balcony over here, and then you can see I made this little stairway underneath too, just to kind of like mix up some stuff and make it look like a little bit different from what you usually see, which makes a build a fantasy build. So adding some trims, and then I also close in the windows so you can't see through the windows. I'm adding like this glass, so at night it'll kind of glow up and stuff. So yeah, what do you think so far, man?
Looking great, and really extending the street here. It's really well integrated so far. I like the composition of it as well.
Thank you. Yeah, I was.
Yeah, you got like 3 on the right side. You got like 3 separate houses, and now it's getting to feel more like one part of a big street, and all connected.
Exactly.
It's great for the variation as well.
Oh yeah, it's good to see.
You want some parts. You want some parts like a street here and there, and then some parts you want like separate houses.
Exactly. That's kind of like the whole vibe we're going for here. And as I say, every street we hopefully we want to try and make them different and unique. You know, have something different to offer. So yeah. But adding some lights, some lamps. I also do some custom ones as well, which is they're actually pretty cool. You guys will see them in just a few. But just polishing up the build here, as you can see, finding out where I'm missing out a few things so I can make it look pretty, and then a few more clutter. You know, it's always nice. And then here is where I make the sign, the black shield sort of. Just kind of like wanted to make something that represents something, so I kind of like just did that. And then
again, really nice on the detail with the things behind, with the cross behind.
Yeah, thanks.
Really good goal.
Yeah, and then I used those new trim pieces from the tropical pack. Those were awesome too. I love them. So here we have the black shield, which, as I say, can be kind of like a hideout or something. Pop tavern, and then we have Magica Inn, which is, as you say, like a place where they can stay. So here I'm I was going with your chimney first, but I was like, this doesn't look right. I don't like it. So I tried to just take the shape of it and just do it like this instead. You know, this is very.
Yeah, I see what you mean here. The chimney was a bit too rough with the stones. I think.
Yes, even
though
though
part is a little bit cleaner than some other stuff we have.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see why you want the chimney a bit clean as well.
Yeah, and then I just go crazy with like putting all decals on, making it look, you know.
Yeah.
It's literally just the easiest way. See, boom, chimney.
Just fit the whole build in.
So yeah, and then we go up to get some extra things to the roof here, to the trim. I kind of like this vibe it gives with having these sort of sticks coming off the roof, kind of like, you know, it's put all together like this, and it really adds to the feeling of a roof, and I really like that. So yeah, I was freaking going on, dude. I couldn't stop, as I told you yesterday. Like I think I'm just gonna call it now, because to me I could keep on building here, right? So we'll save it for next time.
Okay, man.
At least just my energy and groove, because I want to continue on the left side of this wall here. So I say, like, we kind of like can make a little roundabout situation, but make it go down, like further down, so we get a new street going. So yeah, but mainly just now I have the whole build ready. So now I'm just adding the last touches, the last like things to make this building pop extra up, and then we go over and kind of like work a little bit on the street. And then we're kind of like actually just there for this time. Yes. Really adding or really liking these from the Arctic pack though. I feel like they're very underrated, those pieces. So I'm using a lot of those. And this guy too, man. Get a little curtain now in our windows. It's always nice.
About time we got some of them.
Exactly right. Exactly. We'll get used to them. We'll use a lot of them. So yeah, duplicating this guy too and putting a chimney over there, as you can see, and then I'm starting to like finding all the bonding here now, and I'm really starting to make this feel like now it's all the fantasy touches coming on, right? Like this is
now it comes to life. The whole build comes to life.
Yes, exactly, and
also this is always the most fun part, adding the finishing touches. That's for me at least.
It is, dude. It is.
I always love doing it.
I 100% agree with you. Here I'm trying to like, I wanted like something that was like crawling against the wall, and just so I kind of like just try to make my own custom tree vibe, and it kind of went pretty well. And here I found like some good pieces that work well as wall climbers. So as you can see here, just kind of like adding bush on these roots, and kind of have some sort of a magical fantasy-esque tree. I felt so.
Yeah, I really liked it, climbing against the wall.
Yeah, exactly.
And you even make a custom thing around it now.
Yeah, I used the new spark panels we got from the new pack. They're kind of cool. They give a nice touch. So yeah, just adding a little bit of things.
Very nice, very nice.
Yes. There we go. And we'll go back to here, adding these guys inside here. Because why not? And then I was like, wait, what if I kind of like just make the build look completely off on the left side, you know, like add another angle to it, you know? So I was just, I wasn't feeling it first, but as soon as I started detailing it more, I was like, wait, this could kind of work.
It's a good call, I like it.
Yeah, that's what I like about fantasy stuff, is that you can always try it out, and if it just looks somewhat nice, you can't, okay. You know? I really like that about fantasy. So we're slowly getting there now. As you can see, I'm using these brackets everywhere in this build.
Yeah, but they're so good. I mean,
they really are, man.
I was just working on something and just spamming that thing like crazy everywhere.
Had to, man. Have to. It has to be done.
It's just, I feel that's exactly the right thing we need, because all the other brackets are like too big or too wide, or uncolorable, or this one's perfect for a lot of things.
Yes, I agree. But yeah, we're slowly getting there now. I'm doing the last touches here now, and as I say, now we go over to the street, and now I'm doing this little we're kind of done with the house now. Now I'm just doing a little bit extra on the street here, which is, this is kind of a cool light pole, I feel like I do. I was literally just trying some of the new pieces out together, right, and see kind of like where it would take me. And I kind of like these new gold pieces we got in this new pack too. Even though they're not colorable, but we have a piece that is, so I'm okay with that. But yeah, just making these guys, adding some lanterns, or lamps, and then I kind of like removed the one on the back, because I feel like if it has to stay on the street, it doesn't look good like this. So I have to like, see, I just put it down there so we have one extra just lying. And then I'm adding the last bits. You can see, like, I'm still trying to make it look like decent, you know. So little sign here.
It's a great addition to the part. This one.
Thank you.
I can see we can copy and paste some more of that. Maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Adding some decals on the roof to make it a little bit dirty. And now we're doing custom. See, did you know we have this? We got this new rope too.
Yes, I'm very happy with the
Yeah.
rope. It was I was missing it really bad.
Yes, me too. So I'm using these guys here, kind of like attaching them to from the lamppost to the building, and then afterwards that I just go over and add the custom bouncings on. And then when we got that, this street is it just looks so good, man. Like when I added this, I was like, oh man, Coastercad, he's gonna this when he sees this after I added these bouncings here. It just adds so much charm, right? Like,
You know, I really love it, and you know, this video screen should really. Yeah, I mean, it looks great, but in game, I mean, this street is epic, man.
yeah, thank you, bro. Thank
It's
you.
just so, yeah, it's just so good.
Thank you, homie. Appreciate
And on
it.
screens and videos, you're always missing those details, right?
Yes, exactly.
When you go in games, wow, it's a whole different world.
So yeah,
You know,
you're
they
right.
just speaks for how good it is. You know,
Exactly.
that it actually is like 10 times better in game. I mean, it already looks epic here. Game is even 10 times better.
Exactly, bro. I agree with you. But and I appreciate it, man. Guys, this was our video of Terra Magica here, the beautiful building as I did here. Let me know what you guys think down below, and we will see you in the next Terra Magica video. Enjoy the cinematics, and thanks for hanging once again, Coastercad. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, man. Thanks for having me again.
Always,
See you
man.
guys later.
Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.